Moto G31 is the best phone that comes under 13,000 Indian rupees or $170, with its main highlights being Super AMOLED display and that 5000 mAh of battery that's gonna give you a battery life of up to 2 days if you're a user like me. And don't get me wrong, this phone does not have all the things perfect. There are things which it could improve, but overall all the negatives cancels out the positive to give you a positive experience while you'll be using this phone. The unboxing experience of Moto G31 is also very similar to any Moto brand that has a phone out there. The phone comes in the box with a case pre-applied. This is a TPU case, not gonna protect your phone at all from drops, but it has matte sides for all those people who actually uses it for the rest of the lifetime of the phone. But then along with this, you also get a charger which is 20-watt power adapter and a Type-C USB stick along with some paperwork and a SIM ejector tool which is a bit slanted, so it's a bit different than usual, but rest of all is exactly the same. Also, the build quality of the box itself is not really good. Like if you receive the box of Moto G31 and if you're shaking it, you hear some rattling noise. Don't get afraid over there, that's the box poorly made. Now let's jump to the phone. So Moto G31 is light, and when I say light, it's light in comparison to a lot of phones with 5000 mAh of battery. The battery is big, but yet the phone's weight is low, but the build quality is amazing when it comes to this price range. And then looking at the spec sheet of this phone, build quality is something that really impressed me a lot. And also the display is AMOLED. This AMOLED panel has a really nice viewing angles, very wide, and the color reproductions are also good. Color reproduction, but the color accuracy is not that good. If you compare this display with my iPhone 12 mini's displays, playing same content side by side, you'll be able to notice the difference, as you can see right on the screen. Now this phone also has IPX2 rating, so in case you are near water and you accidentally drop it, I'm not sure how much of a protection you'll get, but better to have some protection than to have no protection. Also has rubber gaskets in the SIM ejector tool. That tells me that company has taken enough measures to prevent those water droplets to seep into the phone. Along with all that, the cherry on top is that Dolby Atmos support with the speaker, which is a uni speaker at the bottom of the phone that you get to see. Here's a sound comparison between G31 and iPhone 12 mini, and let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? The only requirement here is to have an unlocked bootloader. So as you can see here in the developers option, my Mi Unlock status is unlocked and I am right now on. The only requirement here is to have an unlocked bootloader. So as you can see here in the developers option, my Mi Unlock status is unlocked and I am. Now I don't know if you notice or not, but every single phone that you buy nowadays has a bunch of sensors embedded into it. So much that it actually depends upon these phone companies to use these sensors to enhance the user experience of the user. In case of iPhone, you have the back tap feature. When you tap on the back, you can open some applications which will be shown if you configure it in the settings. But Motorola phones have been really way ahead of their time by pushing these kind of Moto Chop features or like quick camera access, which gives user a handy feature to customize and play around with. For example, this chop feature turns on the flashlight, do it again, it turns it off, and if you want to immediately open the camera, just do this and you can open it and then turn it again. And this is how you can shift it to a selfie camera. So these kind of features are really amazing in my opinion, because user can instantly access the flashlight just by a chop of a hand, do it again, it's off, or like twist the hand to customize. And these options are so well baked in that it is really accurate. When a user is triggering it, it will actually act, rather than Google's OK Google feature that 50% of the times does not really work. Now that's not even all that you get in the phone. Moto G31 software is also really optimized and it's really clean. It's almost bloatware free. Well, almost, because there are no third-party bloatwares. But when it comes to Google apps, there are so many Google apps baked into this phone that you cannot really uninstall them first of all. And you're stuck with it. The only option you have is to disable them. And I think that is somewhere Motorola can improve in the future by only providing necessary applications and leaving it to the users to download all these applications that they actually want. Because at the end of the day, it's going to increase the file size of the system partition in which the software is currently installed. Two more things worth noting is that they have kept headphone jack along with this phone. So the sound quality is superb when it comes to the output quality of the phone, as well as the screen. Even though it does not have Gorilla Glass, it does have some different kind of protection on it, which does good job in avoiding the scratches. It's been more than 2 weeks. I think around 2 weeks, I'm still using it without a screen guard and any screen protector. It's just bare screen. The feeling of using without any screen protector is good, like slidey and soft. And so far I haven't ever caught even a single scratch on the phone, and I do use this phone normally. It's in my pocket as well. So good job Motorola over there too. This phone comes with 4 different cameras. Front one being 13 megapixel, produces good quality images in good quality light. As soon as the light goes down, the images become less colorful and more plain. The back camera 12.5 megapixel is the main camera that also produces good quality images, good to like decent to good quality images depending upon the light conditions. As soon as the light goes down, low light photography, I wouldn't recommend these phones. They just give straight up trash photos in those kind of scenarios. Then 8 megapixel depth, haven't really had the chance to test that one out, but I'm not really a depth person, but also doubles up as ultra wide camera, and you can see the shots in front of you and judge on the basis of that. Then 2 megapixel macro camera, I can tell you, don't keep your expectations to that. That does not feel like a macro camera to me. And also while shooting these macro shots, you don't even have the ability to zoom in. Unlike Mi 11X that I saw earlier, that had a better macro camera than this Moto G31. Now let's talk about things that Moto G31 is not really good at. First of all, the update of this phone, security patch is still of 1st of November. December security patch has not been released yet. And we are talking about the time that the phone just launched, and even then there is not really any system updates as of yet. That's one thing. Second of all, the moment you take it out of the box, your phone's gonna feel really laggy. That's because it's updating all those core applications and every single UI element as well. And you have to give it time to settle in. Once it's done with all that, it's gonna get settled, smooth out, and then you will have better experience. Moto G31 is also not made for gamers, so if you're someone who plays light to medium level gaming, sure consider this. But if you're someone who plays PUBG on regular basis or like competitive playing and your budget is low, skip this phone for that, because yes, you can get better FPS by lowering the quality of the graphics, but then obviously you're coping up with the graphics there, and if you increase the graphics, the performance would not be the best. That's something that I've observed. Well, best thing about this phone that I was only charging this phone like once in 3 days or 2 days, and it's best for people who are streaming media a lot, are on social media a lot, taking up the calls, picking it up, and no such bugs I encountered during my testing of this Moto G31. If you have any other questions rather than what I covered in this entire video, you can feel free to drop them in the comment section below and I'll surely be replying to them. This was my review of Moto G31. If you enjoyed it, make sure you click that like button and subscribe to the channel to keep getting these kind of reviews in the future. And soon enough I'm gonna get Moto G51 as well. It's right now on delivery, haven't received it yet, but the moment it comes I'm gonna start testing it and then gonna give you a full review about that too. So if you have any questions about that, also let me know in the comment section below. This was my review. I'll be catching you guys later, and until then, take care.